before. Now I'm standing taller than ever, and this heart won't surrender. I've had enough of living afraid. Tonight I'm gonna break these chains, wash away the years of pain, raise my fist into the sky like a rebel born to fly. Break these chains, let freedom roar again. The fire's back inside my soul, and now I'm taking control. Every scar became a badge, every wound became my path. I've got nothing left to lose and everything to prove. Dust on my jacket, blood on my pride. Too many memories, riding shotgun tonight. The engine's roaring like a wounded beast, while the ghosts in my head won't leave me in peace. I crossed state lines chasing yesterday, but every mile just carried the pain. The moon hangs low like a warning sign, and the devil keeps walking a step behind. I've been running so long, I forgot what I'm running from. There's a devil in the rear view, but he ain't catching me tonight. I got fire in my veins and lightning in my eyes. The devil in the rear view keeps calling. in the flame. Screaming an old blues song about broken hearts trying to move on. Every note hits like a loaded gun, reminding me of who I've become. I've danced with danger all my life, held my dreams at the edge of a knife, but every scar became a map, leading me back from the traps. There's a devil in the rear view, but he ain't catching me tonight. I got fire in my veins and lightning in my eyes. The devil in the rear view keeps calling out my name, but I was born for the battle and baptized in the but my heart beats louder still. No fear left inside these bones. I've walked through hell all alone. There's a devil in the rear view, but he ain't catching me tonight. I got fire in my veins and lightning in my eyes. The devil in the rear view keeps calling out my name, but I was born for the battle and baptized in the flame. Still rolling, still burning, still free. Screaming through the rain, got 1,000 ghosts riding in my brain. Every mile's another scar I wear, but I ain't looking back. I don't care. Street lights fading in the rearview glow. I've got nowhere left but down this road. Tried to buy my soul for free, but he couldn't handle what he saw in me. I've been knocked down, I've hit the ground, but every time I rise, I come back louder. But I survived enough to know myself. Every broken promise made me strong. Every wrong turn brought me where I belong. I got steel beneath this battered skin, and a storm that never ends within. The world can try to drag me down, but they can't stop me now. I've tasted failure, I've walked through pain. Now I'm coming back like a hurricane. There's fire on the highway, burning through the dark. Fire on the highway, running wild inside my heart. No surrender, no turning around. I'm chasing thunder, and I won't back down. Fire on the highway, hear the engine cry. Tonight we're gonna live forever, or die trying tonight. Raise your hands to the sky, let the lightning testify. We were born to run, we were born to fight. Hear the thunder roll, feel it in your soul. When the whole world breaks, we take control. There's fire on the highway, burning through the dark. Fire on the highway, running wild inside my heart. No surrender, no turning around. I'm chasing thunder, and I won't back down. Fire on the highway, hear the engine cry. Tonight we're gonna live forever, or die trying tonight. The road keeps calling, the wheels keep turning, the fire keeps burning. Forever, forever, forever. empty, waiting for the night, like soldiers standing ready for the fight. The wind was singing through the power lines, a restless anthem carried through time. And somewhere deep beneath that distant roar, a fire awakened stronger than before. I felt the thunder beating in my chest, a war drum calling me into the test. And every scar that once had brought me pain now felt like fuel running through my veins. The storm is rising, the sky is alive, and tonight we're more than survivors. We are the guardians of the storm, the last of the wild, the brave reborn. With fire in our hearts and steel in our hands, we'll ride through the thunder and make our stand. We are the guardians of the storm, where legends live and heroes are formed. The blues is our blood, the road is our home, and we'll never walk alone. The amplifiers roared like distant kings, the kind of sound that gives a broken man wings. The darkness trembled underneath the noise, as every note became a fearless voice. The years of doubt were fading in the rain, the weight of failure breaking off its chains. And every mile I traveled through the night led me closer to this burning light. No mountain stands too high, no darkness owns the sky, no storm can steal our flame. We'll rise again and again. restless anthem carried through time. chest, a war drum calling me into the test. And every scar that once had brought me pain now felt like fuel running through my veins. The storm is rising, the sky is alive, and tonight we're more than survivors. We are the guardians of the storm, the last of the wild, the brave reborn, with fire in our hearts and steel in our hands. We'll ride through the thunder and make our stand. We are the guardians of the storm, where legends live and heroes are formed. The blues is our blood, the road is our home, and we'll never walk alone. The clouds were gathering over broken ground, the kind of sky that shakes the whole world down. The streets were empty, waiting for the night, like soldiers standing ready for the learning truth from failure and from lies. Every road I took was rough and long, but somehow it made my spirit strong. The city tried to pull me to my knees with broken promises and empty dreams, but every time the darkness closed me, the blues would pull me back again. The years have left their mark upon my soul, but they never stole my self-control. Every scar became a crown I wear, a reminder that I'm still standing here. The fire never died, it only grew inside. I've got the heart of a rebel king, a soul that refuses to break, a voice that rises through the storm, no matter what it takes. I've got the heart of a rebel king, built from thunder and flame. The blues became my battle cry, and freedom is my name. The stage may change, the years may roll, but music still commands my soul. One guitar can change a night, one song can bring a heart to life. And when the world says give it up, that's when I turn the amplifiers up, because somewhere deep within the sound a story of survival. Every loss became fuel for revival. I've walked through hell and came back alive. Now I'm learning how to fly. A dirty windshield. Another town with stories left unrevealed. My boots are warm, my hands are rough, but this old road ain't had enough. The miles keep stacking behind my back like forgotten ghosts along the track. I've lost more than I'll ever say, but somehow found myself that way. I'm the king of broken roads, carrying a heavy load through the fire and the dust, still believing, still enough. King of broken roads tonight, chasing freedom's fading light. If I fall, I'll rise again. That's the way it's always been. An old sad tune while silver clouds cover the moon. Every note cuts deep inside like old memories I can't hide. The world keeps spinning out of control, but nobody owns this soul. I've paid my dues and earned these scars underneath a million stars. I'm the king of broken roads, carrying a heavy load through the fire and the dust, still believing, still enough. King of broken roads tonight, chasing freedom's It only knows your name, and every mile that tries to break you can also fuel your flame. I'm the king of broken roads, carrying a heavy load through the fire and the dust, still believing, still enough. King of broken roads tonight, chasing freedom's fading light. If I fall, I'll rise again. That's the way it's always been. King of broken roads, still rolling on, still rolling on. Thunder rolling over the hills tonight, lightning cutting through the sky so bright. Everybody hiding from the storm, but this is where I belong. I spent years trying to fit the mold, but freedom's worth more than silver and gold. Now the clouds are gathering overhead, and I feel more alive instead. The pressure's rising, the moment's here, and I ain't got no fear. Welcome to the kingdom of thunder, where the fighters never fall, where the dreamers keep believing when the world says that's all. Kingdom of thunder, hear the heavens roar. Every battle made me stronger. Now I'm ready for war. Every road that nearly broke my soul only helped me reach this goal. Every wound became a crown, and I refuse to back down. was cold, the city asleep. While I was fighting demons buried deep, 1,000 mistakes hanging over my head, like broken promises left unsaid. The neon lights painted the rain write another page. The bartender knows my name and every scar that came with fame. I've been running from the ghosts of every love I wanted most, but the whiskey and the neon light keep telling me I'll be alright. The world keeps spinning faster while I hold on to this song. Maybe I've been broken, but I ain't been gone that long. So pour me one more round tonight, turn up the band and dim the lights. If I'm going down, I'll go in style, like a rebel born to run wild. One more round before the dawn, one more chance to carry on. The road may beat me black and blue, but I ain't done, I ain't through. The highway sings beneath my wheels, like an old friend who knows how it feels to lose your heart and lose your way, then find yourself another day. I've chased dreams across this land with a six string in my hand, and every mile has taught me this: life's too short to not take risks. I stood in fire and thunder, I walked through pouring rain, and every time I stumble, I gotta ride up again. So pour me one more round tonight, turn up the band and dim the lights. If I'm going down, I'll go in style, like a rebel born to run wild. One more round before the dawn, one more chance to carry on. The road may beat me black and blue, but I ain't done, I ain't through. The clock keeps ticking, the years fly by. Freedom's a flame that never dies. And when they write my story down, I hope they say he wore the crown of every dream he did pursue and never quit when life came through. So pour me one more round tonight, turn up the band and dim dust in my lungs and fire in my soul. The city lights were fading fast, like broken dreams buried in the past. I heard the devil whisper low, boy, there's nowhere left to go. But I laughed and lit another flame, 'cause I was never built to play that game. Every scar is a story, every wound still shines. I've been dancing with the darkness for most of my life. Shadows don't scare me anymore. I've kicked down every locked up door. The thunder rolls, the sky may fall, but I'm still standing through it all. Shadows don't scare me tonight. I've learned to walk without the light. The harder they push, the stronger I become. I'm the last man standing when the battle's done. The wind was cold, the road was rough. Everybody said I'd had enough, but they never saw the storm inside. The beast I keep where my fears reside. Broken bottles, empty bars, counting wishes on falling stars. Every mile carved into my skin, another lesson, another win. Every chain they handed me turned to fuel instead. I built a fire from the ashes of everything they said. Shadows don't scare me anymore. I've kicked down every locked up door. The thunder rolls, the sky may fall, but I'm still standing through it all. Shadows don't scare me tonight. I've learned to walk without the light. The harder they push, the stronger I become. I'm the last man standing when the battle's done. I walked through hell with nothing but hope, a broken heart and a hand on the rope. I tasted defeat, I swallowed